Hi guys, welcome back to another Alpha Pack video. Today we're going to do top 5 attackers for Steel Wave. This video we're going to plan on updating every single season, so stay tuned for that. In this video we're going to talk about the 5 attackers that we think are the strongest in the game for all different roles and why you should be playing them and why they are super strong right now. Before we get into this list, I would just say for beginners, we do not recommend that these 5 operators you instantly buy right away. These should be your first 5 operators you buy. You should definitely buy all the cheaper, the older operators first, the default operators that came day one, the Docks, the Jaegers, the Rooks, those type of operators, because you can definitely get away with using them for now. And then eventually when you play the game more and more, you can get more of the DLC operators, especially the newer ones are really expensive right now.
All right. First off, we're gonna start with Thatcher. Literally, Thatcher should be brought pretty much everywhere because he can counter any defender with his EMP. His arsenal is completely strong. You can't go wrong with anything that you choose on Thatcher. He combos very well with pretty much all the attackers, especially with a hard breacher. You can bring Thatcher in, and Thatcher is he can be played anywhere. Like there's not an objective that you're not gonna want a Thatcher. Like he's a top tier attacker. His guns are amazing. I think both of them are very steady. I don't and damage wise, you're not gonna have any problem with that as well. The fact that he has a claymore option with his arsenal is amazing because you can do a lot with that. It could cover a hard breacher whenever they're trying to hard reach, like Thermite Ace. In Still Wave, the defender meta is more centered towards gadgets, and with there being a lot of things that you would have to destroy, Thatcher comes into play. There's no substitute really for Thatcher, and the amount of utility that he's able to destroy with just one EMP is very strong.
Next up is Jackal. Now, Jackal is probably one of the most overpowered attacking operators to date right now. His primary gun, his C70, is extremely strong. Actually, it's an S tier weapon, having one of the highest DPSs in the whole entire game. His gadget completely hard counters roamers, which roaming in itself is an extremely strong tactic that people do on almost every single map. So having an ability that directly counters that and gives your team access into the areas of the map they need to be in without having to worry about other roamers is very reassuring for them. So adding onto what I previously said, he has a shotgun as a secondary on top of his primary assault rifle, meaning that he has a well-rounded well-rounded ability. And then even adding onto that, his choices for his gadgets, secondary and claymore, is also really strong too. So great weapon, great ability. Well, actually, I should say the best weapon, one of the best abilities, an amazing selection of gadgets. Definitely puts him in this category of being in the top 5.
Next up, we got is Sophia. Sophia is probably the best entry fragger in the game. She has every single tool you would want as an entry fragger. She's got a very, very good gun with an easy, manageable kick that does a lot of DPS, as well as a gadget that allows you to make rotate holes and has stun grenades on top of it. These stun grenades could also be used in more advanced situations when you're trying to stop someone from bandit tricking. As well as she's got a claymore and breach charges to either play vertical play or stop roamers from rotating. The reason why we have someone on this list like Sophia over someone like Ashe is because of those stun grenades, how much utility they bring, and they also give you a lot of information knowing where people are if the stun grenade goes off. As well as she's got an ACOG when Ashe does not, so that gives her a benefit over Ashe. And as well as her gun does more damage, slightly more DPS against 3 armor opponents and Rook armored opponents than Ashe's R4C does. So that's why we give her the slight edge and put her in the top 5 where Ashe does not make it. Honestly, I think Sophia should be picked almost every single round, if not every round, just because she is the best entry fragger in the game. There's no other entry fragger that's more complete than her, so I think she should be picked every single round because you always need an entry fragger. And especially right now with this meta being so utility based, right now having your entry fragger, having Zophia's launcher to be able to get out Malusi's gadget as well as Maestro turrets and all these different things is very, very valuable and one of the reasons why a lot of people should be playing it right now.
For our next operator, we have Ace. For Ace, we wanted to include a hard breacher on this list, and Ace is the most versatile out of them all, so I think that he deserves a role on this. He has the AK-12, which is the highest DPS weapon in the whole entire game. His hard breaching ability, his Selma mines, having an extremely high potential ceiling, with in the extreme case of completely opening up 3 large, sizable walls. But it is the slowest one, so there's some risk involved with it. But it still is reliable enough for it to be considered good. He has smokes, meaning he's the first hard breacher and the only hard breacher to have smokes, so he can fulfill 2 roles at once, which is insane. So due to his versatility, he has the ability to hard breach a wall and execute within the point with the smokes all in one, which is why I consider him to be the most versatile. And additionally, for the AK-12, it does have a normal optic ACOG. It doesn't have the Russian Spetsnaz one that Fuse has.
Okay.
And it is the one that people prefer more over the Russian one. So that's also another bonus. So with all that being said, it sums it up to where Ace is unique. He's one of a kind. And he's someone that you would want in your team on every single objective. So due to all of his characteristics, Ace is one of the most popular operators this season, which is no surprise. And we think that it's going to stay that way for a very long time to come unless some radical change or radical nerf affects him, which hopefully it doesn't. But that's our reasoning.
All right, so for our last and final operator, this one was a hard one. We were kind of between a couple different options, but we decided to end up going with Nomad because Nomad can be very, very strong and very, very helpful, so your team does not have to watch flanks. So starting off Nomad's gun selection, she has the ARX and the AK-74. These are both 2 solid weapons that you can choose from. The ARX statistically slightly better DPS, but has that lower magazine size and has that higher vertical kick. If you're good at controlling it, you can get a lot of value out of that gun. And if you're not as good with that vertical kick, then you can go the AK route. It's got a little bit of a horizontal clip, but it has a 45 round mag, so it's very, very more forgiving. But both guns are very good guns, as well as her ability is a hard crowd control against defenders in a shooting game, which is crazy to even see. So this allows her to shoot these air jabs down on any of her flanks to stop roamers from coming up and flanking. So this could be very beneficial, not for just getting kills, as well as getting information. If someone tries to flank you with the air jab, they are knocked on the floor for a long period of time, so you're able to get an easy kill. And even if you're not, it gives you information where people are pushing from, and you know that defender is going to be very hesitant to go back the same way because he knows you might be watching it now. Right now, I think Nomad's at her highest peak she's ever been, with Malusi being added into the game because she's probably the best roamer we've seen in a while. And her being played so much and roaming so much, this gives you a counter to her as you're able to get easy kill on her. It doesn't stop her utility of her Banshee, of course, but there's a lot of roamers in the game right now, and being able to watch your flank and help your team is a great advantage. Her ability also just doesn't affect her. It benefits your whole entire team as long as if you're playing in a team organized group, then if you know where your teammate placed their air jab, then no one in the team has to watch it. It's not just Nomad. So it's very beneficial for the whole team. That's going to conclude today's video. We're going to be releasing our top 5 defender list next week, so make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss that. Also, comment down below what you would change in your list so we can see what you think the top 5 attackers of Steel Wave is. Make sure you give this video a like and check out our social media links in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.